welcome to the After Hour Tattoo Podcast. After Hour Tattoo Podcast, yes! Finally, I got it right. Okay, Bell is away for this fucking whole week. Right? So anyway, we got Clifford from Singapore Electric to sit in for us. He'll be here to sit in for a few days while Bell is away. So welcome, Clifford.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and Clifford is he's a good friend and old apprentice of mine. So so let's start with the show. I think we have a lot of questions.
I watched the first 2 episodes and I have to say I'm just a little bit confused.
Yeah, I think we talked about this. Yeah, correct.
I'm quite confused. I'm
also confused myself.
I'm wondering what actually is your intention behind this podcast.
I think it's just to educate people how tattoo works and not misunderstood some of our action and what we do. I don't know how to explain in action.
What do you mean by misunderstanding some of the actions?
This is what I feel. People have misunderstood that we make a lot of money, especially the young generations, thinking that we're doing so much. It looks like we are having a very luxurious life.
Okay.
But behind the scene is a lot of different kind of struggle that we are doing and we are facing in life. And also not also in life, I mean in day-to-day basis we're also struggling a lot. I feel that some things is some things that some tattooer will not be comfortable saying it out. But I'm trying my best to explain, through this platform.
I think like for me, when I watched the first 2 episodes, for me it just seems like a lot of things are very contradictory.
Yeah, I know.
Like you just mentioned that you are not here to attack anyone. It does seem that you are, though, in the episode that I watched.
Yeah, I do agree. The episode that first came out was a very, very very messy, but because there was so much adrenaline in me that pumps up that I might make a few mistakes. I will apologize that I believe I made a few mistakes.
Yeah, so I think that it's important, right? And since I'm given the opportunity to come here, I just want to be able to clarify what is going on in some of the things that you said.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think that for example in episode 1, you seem to have a lot of attention focused towards the younger generation.
Yes.
And you have a lot of grievances towards the younger generation.
Here comes the rage. I'm pissed. Okay? You want to do part-time, fine. But when you tell me, I want to do it for the art, fuck off!
So some of the things that I listen to, if you don't mind, I just want to go through them with you and I want to hear a more in-depth explanation as to why you said
and I like to hear from you as well because I like a good fight,
No, I'm not here to fight.
But a good argument about what, because this is about the truth.
Yeah.
I need someone like you to actually tell me, hey dude, you did something wrong, and I will be glad to admit, fuck, maybe what you say is right. I can't say that everything I say is right. I mean, personally, I'm not here to push over anyone. I'm not here to grab anyone's neck and say, hey, fuck you, you have to listen to me. I'm the OG. No, I'm not doing that. I just want to show the change and the things that we will kindly change what the industry can make better for the young and the older generations.
Okay, so if you're saying that your intention of doing this podcast is to bring some sort of change to the industry, okay, then my curiosity is, how are you going to expect to bring about the change with this podcast? So I think that if you don't mind, I want to go through a few of the things that I have from episode 1 and episode 2.
Yeah, no problem.
So okay, the first thing that you highlighted in episode 1, you were talking about how there's a lot of younger generation right now that are what you call part-timers.
Yes.
You mentioned about part-timers.
Correct, yes.
And you mentioned about something to do with their commitment level due to the fact that they are part-timers.
Correct.
So they have a lot of anger or resentment towards that.
Yes.
So can you explain again, like what is it about this part-time structure that you are not?
Okay, the part-timers that I'm talking about is
Yeah.
you work from a certain time to certain time, right?
Yeah.
Say 8 to 5.
Yeah.
Do you consider you as a full-timer?
I consider myself a full-time tattoo.
Okay, so do you go to the shop every week? Means like 5 days a week?
Yes. 6
Okay.
actually. Yes.
6 days a week.
Yeah.
So still considered as do you think this is a full-time job?
Yes.
Okay. So I explain what's a part-timer. A part-timer is someone that wants to come in whenever they want.
Okay.
Okay. Choose whatever they get the job they want to do.
Okay.
Okay. And choose whatever they feel that they want to do on the day.
Yeah.
Or not, they have a job outside. Okay, this is nothing wrong to have a job outside.
Okay.
But thinking that this will make an extra cash out of it, it's more like I'm not serious in this. I just want to do this for the extra cash and experimental.
Okay.
More than I'm serious, I put my 100% in it, or I try my best. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Okay.
this is what I feel.
Okay, so I pose to you this scenario, right? You don't have children, correct?
No, I don't have children.
I don't have children.
Correct. Yes.
You don't have dependents on you. You don't have anybody that is relying on you.
No, I don't have.
You don't have anybody to take care of.
Yeah.
Likewise, same. I don't have anybody to take care of. But the reality is, to me, I am aware that there's a lot of people that have kids to take care of. Even some of the people that work for you have people I know that have to take care of elderly, parents, grandparents. So sometimes them approaching tattooing initially at the start as so-called, in your words, an experiment, I feel personally that we can't entirely blame them because these people have to think not just for themselves.
Okay.
Right? You have to test the water, you have to see, like, yes, I want to pursue tattooing, but I have to be realistic at the same time, you know? If it's not going to be able to help me not only make ends meet for myself, but for the people that are depending on me, you know, sometimes you just have to do what you got to do, man, you know?
Okay, I do agree.
Sometimes it's a little bit unfair for people coming from my point
Yeah.
or from your point that don't have anybody relying on us to just come out right and say like, hey, you, for lack of a better way to put it, you don't deserve this because you didn't do it full time like how I did. I had the luxury of doing that because I have a house to stay in. I don't have to pay rent. I don't have to take care of any kids. Likewise for yourself also, you don't have any kids.
Yes, I do agree what you say.
Yeah.
I understand these people that they want to do say so-called part-time to support.
Yes.
But I can see some of them is say even to support. This is a big jump of the topic really. Even to say if to support.
Yes.
But to get ridiculous percentage.
Okay.
Only just starting. I think this is rubbish.
Okay, what do you call ridiculous?
Okay, so I met someone that was who just came in not long. Maybe we say has been doing it for a year.
Okay.
Okay. But they're getting like what? 80%, 70%, 80%.
Yes.
You know? And they do whenever they want. So they say, oh, okay, I feel like doing today. I'll do 3 tattoos. So for me, the question, the thing is, I think it's unfair is to those people who's doing full time and putting their heart and blood and sweat in it.
Yes.
Is it a bit fair? That's what I'm asking. That's all.
Fair.
This is what I feel.
Personally, I feel fair or not fair, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, right, who dictates all that is the bosses. The bosses of the shop.
Okay.
Bosses of the shop are not the younger generation. They are your generation.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
I agree.
yes, a person can come and rock up to your studio with only 1 year of experience, like you said.
Yeah.
He can demand 70% percentage. It's up to you whether you want to accept or not. If
But
you feel that
from what I see, where these people are there, they are all younger generations. I don't totally disagree with part-time. And okay, I don't say not so much for the money, but make it right. I feel some of them just do it like, oh, chin cai, I don't want to do, you know. Then as well, what is 6:30? Like I always tell you, why should we do 6:30? If you want to do part-time, still put it into your fullest. You understand what I mean?
yes.
Yeah.
But I think personally to me, it is quality over quantity, isn't it? Like, I do know that there are people out there, I know people, I won't mention names, but I do know people out there that come to the studio and they are there for 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day. but 3/4 of it they are using their phone, they're scrolling through TikTok, they're on Instagram. And then if you want to talk about this part-time thing, my boss, he comes to work at 10, he leaves at 1.
Okay, wait.
to work.
Yeah, but
So are you gonna say he's doing it part-time? Is he
no.
is he not committing? Is he not giving a lot of his energy into it?
But you must know one thing, if you say about him, right?
Yeah.
He comes almost every day.
Yes, but for like 3 hours?
Yeah, but
4 hours?
he commit at that 3 to 4 hours. You know, I don't think that's part-time. I believe that he puts all his energy and his weight into what he believes in, to draw and to create what he believes.
So you are cherry picking because you know him.
Not already.
Because you know him.
Yes, I know
you
him.
know what he does.
Yes,
you know what he does with his 3-4 hours.
Yes, I know.
So you might not know what another person is doing with that 3-4 hours.
Right? Yes.
So,
yes. This one I agree with you.
Yeah, there are times that I come to the studio.
Give me some face sometimes.
I'm just trying to say, because there are sometimes that I come to the studio, I'm in the studio for 3 hours, 4 hours, and then I leave, I go home. And to the layman, they might think oh, his work ends here. Wow, what a good life. But that's not the reality. The reality is we go home, we go and draw, and all this kind of thing.
Yes.
So quality over quantity. Just because a person spends a lot of time in the studio does not guarantee that the person...
But I would say that if the person spend not a lot of time in the studio, they also respect where they work.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So a lot of people, I feel they disregard this job, this work tactic, because they think it's it's just tattooing.
I feel like if they come to the studio and if the work is on point, then what exactly is the problem? If they are producing good tattoos, because you do know that there are some people that have been doing it for 1 year that produce better tattoos than people that have been doing it for 10 years, 20 years. So, I go back to what I say, quality over quantity.
I could agree with that. I could agree with that.
So if they want to come to the studio, they want to choose what they want to do.
But I would also say that I haven't seen anything like that yet. I mean, for me, I don't know for you.
Okay.
For the newer generation, no. For your generation, I've seen a lot.
Okay.
Your generation of tattooer that I feel there's a few that can do such things as say, I can come in, I can do what I want, and then I just go. I feel there's a few, but the newer generation, after 20 plus,
yes.
At 20 plus, no, I've seen nothing yet.
Okay.
I mean, this is my own
Okay,
opinion.
so what are you expecting? You are expecting that they come to work and stay for a certain number of hours.
Yes. For me, I trust my girls.
Yes.
But also, I put it to a point and tell them that if you don't have work, if you don't have any emergency, come to the shop, make it look good. It's like maybe nowadays there's no walk-in, but suddenly there's one walk-in, how?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I feel. I mean, this is my explanation.
I mean, that boils down to how hungry that particular worker is, right? If they want to miss out on the walk-in, if there happens to be walk-in, then it's their loss, isn't it? And after a prolonged amount of time, if you feel like, yes, my shop has an overwhelming number of walk-ins that is not being attended to, every time a walk-in comes, you got nobody to go and serve the walk-in, then you have every right to go and hire more people, right? If you hire more people and your workers are unhappy with you hiring more people, then you can explain to them.
I think this is...
You can explain to them that I'm hiring more people because none of you are here to take the walk-ins.
Yeah, I think this is a certain problem that we're looking at. So at the younger generations, don't say younger generations, this is between a hirer and employee. It's very personal.
It's very
personal.
Exactly, it is very personal. It's exactly like what you say. It's very personal, which is why when you made that statement about part-timers, I feel like this thing is very subjective.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Because
I can agree with that. I can agree. There's one small mistake that I made.
Some people, there's no right or wrong. If you feel that it is needed for your worker to be there for 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, and you find that is necessary for you, you as the boss, you have every right to do that.
I think I get to a point. I think that it's not need to be 9 to 8 hours or 6 hours. It's like you need to do and then go off.
Yes.
I think that's the main thing that I feel is more important.
Exactly. So what you said, do what you need to do. That statement, do what you need to do, right, cannot be quantified easily in a particular number of hours.
Correct. Yeah, I agree. That's why I'm repeating this, and I'm correcting what I've said before to make sure that I'm telling it correctly to the audience. This is what I feel. I respect Augustine very well because he respect you all. He will never care. He will never give a shit. He will never care so much because the trust is there.
I think care is not the right word. He will not micromanage.
Yeah, he will not micromanage. Yeah. Ooh, sorry.
It's not that he doesn't care. He just doesn't micromanage.
He will never micromanage. Sorry, it's not. Hey, sorry, Augustine.
And there are some bosses that are like him, that believe in giving the freedom to their workers, and there are some that feel like, their workers have to be there for X amount of hours a day. If they are not working, they've got their appointments down, they got no appointments coming up, what do you want them to do in the studio?
Oh, for the 8 hours?
Yeah.
Okay, usually I always feel that, this is my own personal
Yeah.
But if anyone who feels that they have any comment and they have any things they want to speak up on this, they can leave a comment down.
Yeah.
So we can share and we can discuss this on the next podcast. I feel why, because for that 6 to 8 hours, I felt that the next generation cannot sit on one place for that long.
Okay.
I feel that they need to actually appreciate that how the older ways work. But I will agree, we're living in the 20th century. Correct or not? But at least about 6 hours, come, clean, and do all the cleaning and all the things, and then also draw.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
for 6 hours,
it's like an apprentice.
6 to 8 hours, you would like your worker to be there to, if they have no appointment, clean and draw.
This is apprentice maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apprentice.
Yeah, but if after that already, no I don't think it's that long.
Okay, so we've established that workers, you don't feel it's a need. You're talking about apprentices.
Yes. Okay, I get wrong track. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. Then I guess I can understand where you're coming from, because there is benefit for an apprentice to stay in the studio for a long amount of time to learn a lot of different things.
But if you say for a normal, I don't. At least about 4-5 hours if they are here. If they have nothing much, they can
yeah. Because to me, it's like drawing, I can do that.
Yeah, but as long as I get to see them like 3-4 days a week.
Yeah.
I don't see like fucking disappear like David Copperfield, boom, 1 month see one time.
Yeah, but things like that is also subjective, because like I have a colleague of mine as well that he doesn't come in every day, but on the days that he come in, he's there for long hours because he does long sessions. So also a bit hard to quantify.
But I tell you the
he's
truth,
not there as much as me, but if you're talking like amount of work, I think at the end of the month, it amounts to become about the same.
No, but it's a bit subjective. Like I also feel it's a bit subjective because it's quite true lah. You know, if he say he's doing fucking one whole night, it's like staying there for 2 days already.
So like if I come in to work on the average and do a 4-hour tattoo versus this guy who comes in and each time he comes in he does a 10
hours tattoo. Yeah.
So it ends up to become the same.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Pass. 我 pass 我 pass 给你 okay.
Yeah, I mean. So another thing I want to ask in terms of this like part-time perspective that you have, right? Pardon me for asking, but like you are you're doing a tattoo academy, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Yes. Okay, you're making machines.
Yeah, correct.
You're working on a tattoo luggage.
Yes, correct.
You're doing a podcast as well.
Yes, correct.
Am I right to say that you have become part-time in terms of tattooing as well?
No.
Why not?
Because all this is I do it only after hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you have a lot of after hours.
Yeah. So I will come to work like at 9. So sometimes I will start about early as 9.
Okay.
I will finish. If I could finish about 4, I will always clock in about 5 hours a day.
Okay, so within that window of your day, right, which point do you allocate time to hone your craft, to better your craft, your tattooing?
My tattooing?
Yeah.
When the customer
sharpen your knife.
Okay, so when I sharpen my knife is when the customer give me a design to draw.
Okay.
That is my time when I improve.
Okay.
So that is the time that I have actually time to draw and to understand what I'm drawing. I don't do flashes, I don't do all these things. But if I have the chance like today, while waiting for everyone and I have nothing much to do, I drew a dragon and a phoenix and I post it online. So I always try now and then, I always try to find clients to give me something a bit different, like Polynesian, something, even if I'm not sharpening in drawing, right? I'm sharpening in my brain.
Okay, so based on what you just said, like you in summary are saying it is possible to be dedicated to your craft and still have things to do on the side.
Yeah.
So it's not wrong to divide your time.
No, but you have to divide properly lah. But don't come as you want lah. If you divide your time properly, nobody will scold anyone lah.
Okay.
Correct. I mean, it's like you divide your time properly. What? Augustine divide his time properly. What? He has his time, but he still comes. You don't see Augustine 1 month once.
Yes.
He still comes in every day. So I feel it's like a full time. He still dedicates his time to where he works.
Okay, so we are in agreement that in terms of this whole debate between like part-time, that it cannot be quantified in a simple digit.
Okay, yes,
number.
I agree.
Yeah, and another thing that you raised in the first episode is you said that you felt like a lot of the younger generations are entering for the wrong reasons, for money, because they see the fancy cars, they see people flaunting their material wealth and all this kind of thing.
It's just a tryout because you see people have fancy cars and making money out of it, or
I want to just
I'm looking at the camera and we're giving that smile. I know where you want to come from.
No,
I should be
I just want to say that personally I feel that this is unavoidable.
Yeah.
Having fancy cars and all these things, it didn't come from the younger
I know.
generation.
I know. Come on, man.
It came from your generation.
I know.
Your generation was the one who started showing what cars they drive,
Yeah.
what watches they have,
Yes.
where they're going on a holiday,
Yes.
how big their house is.
Yeah. Yeah.
As a young kid, can you blame a young kid
No, I
for
won't blame.
looking up to that?
I won't blame the young kid, but
Yes.
can I say something? I feel the younger generation have to check a bit on reality as well, because I believe some of them don't only just do tattoos.
Okay.
Yeah, and some of them, I would say most Singaporeans are very flashy,
Yeah.
but inside, do they really have that sufficient they're supporting?
Yeah, no, so
This
I
is
think,
what I feel. No?
yeah, I think you're going off topic. What I mean
Okay.
is like, I don't think you can entirely blame a young individual for looking at those things and looking up to those
Okay,
things.
no, I cannot blame them.
Yes.
I cannot blame them. Yes, this I agree with you.
Yeah.
Correct.
I mean, come on, like, I mean, I'm not young per se, but like, I still remember what it was like being a kid. If I was young and I came up at a time when Instagram hasn't came up yet. But I can imagine that if Instagram was around when I was growing up, I already found tattooing so cool. That's why I got into it. Right? I thought it was so cool. I'm not going to be shy to admit, I thought tattooing was super cool. Like, if I was a kid and I saw how tattooing was already so cool and it could afford me all these things, naturally I'll be attracted to it.
Yeah.
So you cannot run away from it.
Okay.
This is a reality, And I'm in no way hating on anybody in the industry for having these cars, showing your cars, showing your watch, things like that. Like, dude, you worked hard for it, by all means, like, hey, I mean, we are in a craft that deals with visuals. It's only natural that we appreciate nice looking things. You can't run away from that. We are tattooers, we like nice things. We like flashy things. You want to flaunt it, like, by all means, go ahead, no hate there. I just feel like this is the product. This is what is going to happen.
Hey, I a little bit regret that ask you come. I like kena to sway, but never mind. I like it. I like it, man.
That's not my
This is the
intention.
way I kena.
That's not my
From
intention.
the left or right.
emotional damage.
No, but this is good. At least you're telling me that, hey, old man, please, what you say, watch your mouth. It's good, because you know why? Sometimes in life, no one is right, no one is wrong.
Yeah.
We need to learn from every mistake we make.
Yeah.
I like it. At least I invite the right person up,
And I think it's good because, you let people know that, you're impartial, you're willing to hear a different point of view.
Oh, I'm totally willing to hear, yeah.
I mean, another thing from the first episode, you said that the younger generation has forgotten about the traditions. You said that they don't have the sufficient knowledge. They don't know what is a coil machine, what's a rotary machine.
Okay.
Can I ask, like, what is the, like, I know that there's importance in that, but I want to hear from you, like, what exactly do you feel is so important about those things that they need to learn? For your viewers out there that don't know what a coil machine is, right? A coil machine is the traditional, typical idea of a tattoo machine that you will always see in most graphics.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for a rotary machine, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm not mistaken, the rotary actually came first.
Yes, correct.
And then after that, the coil machine, and then the rotary made a revival again. The rotary made a revival again. So you're saying that a lot of new tattooers now, or apprentices, they don't know anything about coil machine tradition.
Coil is more like a...
What is the importance?
Coil is like a magnetic field.
Yeah.
So it has a plus and minus.
Yes.
And then it has a needle bar, it has a there's
a lot of
virtual bar and everything.
Technical aspects to the coil.
There's a lot of moving parts in it.
Yes. Okay, so what is wrong with them not knowing about coil machine?
Because it's a harder thing to handle.
Okay, so what is wrong with them not knowing about it?
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, I get where you're coming from lah. There's no wrong lah. Okay, fuck. No. We don't want to go round and round.
No, there's plus.
I get where we are going.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that there is
at least
plus.
I admit. Okay, I understand.
There is a bonus, right, to knowing about these old equipments and about these traditions. What I meant to say and what I question you is, right, sometimes there is a little bit of a case of, can you blame a kid born in year 2000 for not knowing how to use a payphone?
Okay, but
right.
Alright.
So,
cool man, I'm cool.
Yeah, there is bonus. There is a bonus with having this knowledge about the history, about coil machines and stuff like that. I just feel like you cannot cut them off and you cannot hate on them for not knowing it.
Hate is not really the word lah, but I feel it's just that I felt 搞味 lor.
Yeah.
It's just uncomfortable because the what we have been through, and maybe I'm not I don't have the right to say this, but I hope they can learn from where the roots come from. That's it,
Yeah, because technology has advanced so far, and we in the tattoo industry have benefited so much from the advancement of technology, But this advancement of technology does not just benefit the newcomers, it benefits your generation.
No, that doesn't fit my hand lah.
Benefits all of you guys. So how can you say that if it
today
benefits me?
you just went to downstairs take one big stick and shove it up my ass. Nice man. See, this is actually the After Our Tattoo podcast. This is the way it should be. I'm not here to vent and anger. I'm not here to be mad. But this is things that I also make mistakes. I'm only human. And I think this is good because how you explain, it gives the audience a clearer picture that the next few things that we're going to come up, we're going to have a better topic on everything that we're going to see.
Yeah, because I feel like everybody's entitled to their own opinion, including yourself. I just feel that everybody must take ownership of the things that they say.
Correct. Yes.
So if you have made certain statements, you must be ready for people to come and question you on them.
Yes.
So you mentioned, you say rotary machine. They only know how to use rotary machine. Then somebody can turn right around and ask, in that case, why you selling rotary machine?
Yeah,
why
because
you selling coil?
It's easier lah.
Yeah, but why you selling rotary machine?
Because I think it's
not selling coil.
Yeah, it's easier lah.
You talk about traditions. You say that people don't uphold the traditions anymore. You're starting a tattoo academy. That's not exactly the traditional way to go about it. Right?
Yeah, correct.
You're making money off that also.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? So people are going to ask you, and you gotta be ready to answer these kind of questions.
I agree.
If somebody were to come here and say people don't go through the normal apprenticeship already. Blah blah. They don't stay in the studio. They don't help out anymore, and all these kind of things. Then somebody can come right around and ask you then why you open a tattoo academy where people can come there, learn a few months, and then leave?
Why open a tattoo academy? Because I think it's very personal to me, and I'm a bit sick and tired teaching, and we don't get the best out of everyone. I put my heart and soul to everything that I teach. If people want to learn, I provide the service. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that, in a sense, some people might say that you might end up becoming the architect of the own thing that you complain about.
Yes. I understand. I understand. That's very good. Yeah. At least you brought me over into the fish trap, but we are we are going round and round, but we agree. There's no right, there's no wrong.
Yeah.
Why should we fight? Why should we go and say, hey, 人家啊，对哦，哇杀啦，赶紧啊 No. We're all working together. We should be one. We should help each other out. That is what we should do.
Yeah, you know, like for me, like the reason why I came on here and why I'm so glad that you just said that, right, is because I was watching episode 1 and episode 2 and I have a lot of concern. You know, because when I watched episode 2, for example, you were talking about Singapore Ink Show. You got to talking about Asia Tattoo Supply.
Yeah.
And then if I'm not wrong, if I remember correctly, Val was asking a question that can anybody buy the equipment? And you said you had a little bit of hesitation and then you said yes, anybody can buy. You don't necessarily agree with that. Like you know, things like that make you seem very closed off.
Yep.
A little bit elitist.
Yes.
You know, like why do you feel like they shouldn't sell to anyone?
I am a bit stubborn.
Yes.
Yeah, for some things I still remain, but I'm doing it myself. Because I'm selling machines as well.
Yeah.
And what the fuck am I doing? Yes, sometimes my words come out without using my brains.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, because you know, if you say that they cannot sell to anyone, it's the same kind of parallel as you know, why are they selling to everyone? You know, because at the end of the day they're doing a business, correct? You know, so it's very much the same thing as your tattoo academy. Some people might not say like it might be the best thing to do, but you know, you're doing it because you're making money. You know, so simple as that. At the end of episode 2, it was said that you were going to start calling out some people and bring out some work. So that makes me very, very afraid because that is like to me a form of attacking.
I did say this. At the
But
end after a trip that I have went and I cleared my mind a bit and I decided that we should just talk about the basic how it began and tattooing and everything that we have run through our history of tattooing a bit first.
Yeah.
Then slowly we come around and we're not calling out, but we're just discussing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Because the thing is, if you're going to bring out work, you're going to discuss work, you're going to critique work, you must get ready for the tables to turn. And one day, if somebody takes your work up, how do you think you stand?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I can agree.
You know,
I can agree. Yeah.
Do you think you will have that level of same confidence in yourself maybe 10 years ago? If somebody can pull out your work and you can stand by that and you can say that is you know, that is quality work, you know. Yeah, I'm not saying anything, but I'm saying that, you know, if you're going to do that, then you got to be ready for yourself to be on that same chopping board that you let other people on.
Okay, for me, the day why I've said that, right, I've always prepared for anything to happen. It's the truth. I'm prepared to like fuck this thing. I'm prepared to fuck it all. You come for me, that's it. I'm not here to destroy anyone. I'm just here who wants to make the work right. Those that does good work and have the rights to be known. I also hope those who are not as good can improve.
Yes.
I talk to a lot of people and they always ask me this question back. You say, hey, Lionel, last time you also like that. Maybe I'm not calling them out. I'm just telling them, hey, we can work things together. If you don't know, you can come look for me. You know, something like that. Yeah.
I think that it is very important that you know, are able to consider all different schools of thought, every different kind of perspective. You know, I'm very glad that you said that because what you said is completely right in terms of the education aspect of it. I think that instead of killing each other, attacking each other, it's more sustainable to have education, you know, given not just to tattooers but to the mainstream public also. You know, you feel that there are some things that, you know, clients out there that are doing that are not the smartest decisions. You know, at the end of the day, we will be nowhere without our clients.
Correct.
Our clients are the reason why we are allowed to do what we are allowed to do. You know, so helping them will help the industry. We are just one part of a very, very large machine. You know, this industry, we cannot control where the industry goes, what direction it takes. You know, you just have to follow along and keep up. You know, so we can't control what tattooing becomes. You know, we just have to see how it evolves. And the thing is, like right now, a lot of the newcomers, there might be things that you're unhappy about, you know, things that you feel they can do better and all that. I'm not saying that you don't have a right to complain. This is your podcast. You have every right to do whatever you want and say whatever you want. But before any of that happens, right, I think that, we must establish where you're coming from. Like when you say things like, there is no struggle anymore. The kids nowadays, they don't struggle anymore. We need to know what the struggle is. And there's a wealth of stories within your struggle and the knowledge that you have that nobody bothered to dig out that is going to be so interesting and so informative. Once younger tattooers, if they watch this, they get a bigger picture of what Singapore tattooing history is like. They can understand where you're coming from.
Then like that, I have a favor to ask you. So next podcast, you have to come up with you.
Yeah,
because you are the right person for me to explain the whole thing. Because you know my history, where I start. You have been with me.
Yeah.
You have been struggling with me as well.
Yeah.
I think it will be a good. I would love to invite you again.
Yes.
To come up.
Yeah, I definitely think
we could start the second part on the next one.
Yeah, let's go right from the beginning.
Right from the beginning.
Yeah, right from the beginning.
Yes.
The very first.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Singapore history.
I
all
hope
the
by
way.
then my Hua Ping, my vase Val will be back, so she sit behind.
Yeah.
Then
It'll
she's
be interesting.
I'm
Pretty sure she's more than a Hua Ping. The thing is, it will definitely be very interesting, and I'll be very keen and excited in recounting the whole of Singapore tattoo history, because even for myself, I'll just put it out there that I don't know everything. It will be very good to hear from you, and I'm pretty sure some of the info that you come up might not entirely be accurate, but I think it will be nice if hopefully in future we can clarify this with other senior tattooers.
Yes.
So that everybody can get a full idea and a full picture of what Singapore tattoo history is like. They understand the struggles that you are talking about, so that in the event in future, if you do want to complain about something, people will know where you're coming from.
Okay we don't say complain, but we share and we care.
Yeah, or if you want to critique something, because it's exactly like what I just said earlier on. We cannot kill. We cannot go out and kill people. You kill one, another thing gonna come up. Every year got a new batch of 18-year-olds, right? Every year there will be new people that want to join.
You know what? The struggle is real.
It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. So you want to help the industry, I think the best way to move forward is through education.
I really want to see you on the next one.
Yeah.
And I want to start with the history of what we're going to start.
Yeah, I'm excited to work on this tattoo tree of Singapore.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be to here. But
End of here.
Yeah, end of here. Yeah, shit. My English is like, wow, not the best. Hope to see you on the next one. Anyway, this weekend is the tattoo show.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Please, everyone, go support the show and have fun in the show. We'll see you guys in the next podcast.
And see you all at
Sign off.
SG
See you.
show.
Bye-bye.
Bye.